over there on YouTube. Getting ready to stop. Hey, Brandon. How's it going there, Mr. Brandon? Over here on Instagram. Oh, we're ready to go. Cool beans. Up and ready. All righty, everyone. Brandon, hey, brother, what's happening? Hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Looking to invest only in pre-qualified dividend stock companies, and those, my friends, are companies that have consistently increased their dividends to their shareholders for a minimum of 20 consecutive years. Why? Well, if the company is profitable and they know what they're doing, well, they're consistently paying out dividends to their shareholders. And if you're doing it for 20 years, you must be doing something right. And I like that. Look at this. New York Boutique is here, first on the list today. I'm even early, so you're early too. So it doesn't happen all the time that I'm early, but every once in a while, I do get here early. All right, so who else we got? Old Dog is in the house. All righty, Old Dog, how you doing? Me joined. Interesting. Me. BK7165, how are you doing? Hey, how are you? I am fine. Me and my little buddy hung out today. We went swimming in the pool. We had cake and ice cream for lunch and for dinner. Can you believe that? Hey, Old Dog. My little buddy, 4 years old, come over to hang out with Papa G. Okay, I'm a bad influence. I am. And I'm going to make it absolutely miserable for my kids with my grandkids. I'm going to give them cake and ice cream and chocolate all the time. All right, that's working. Ken. Epa, amora. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Wait a minute. I don't know what language they speak over there. Love this channel. I look forward to it every night. BK7165. Well, you got to ask some more questions, dude. I'm not used to any questions. Vacationing in Pensacola Beach. Well, if you're ever down the Sarasota area, we'll do lunch, man. Okay, but Pensacola, that's a drive from here. But still, you know. All right. So, what are we looking at today? Today is the 26th of June, Wednesday. Can you believe that? Just Thursday and Friday left, and that's it for the first half of the year. Too many questions are asked. I like when you teach. Well, you know what? There's not much to teach. It's a pretty simple strategy, You never buy something that, unless it's a good quality company. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, if a company is consistently increasing their dividends every single year, well, they must be doing something right. So why would I? No, don't get me wrong. Upcomers, yeah, they're there. Some of them may surprise me in a few years. Okay, great. That's in a few years. But until then, I want to stick with tried, tested, true historical performance, everything going the right direction. Because I'm only looking for 1%. I mean, I'm not looking. Is that too much to ask? 1%, really? All right. So that being said, we're going for that 1% safe, predictable, consistent, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. I'm kind of a little unhappy with my iPhones because, you get an iPhone, you think it's going to work properly, but no, it's not. Okay, more likes can attract more viewers. Keep it up. Well, we're just getting started. There's like hardly anybody here. I might have to reboot and get started all over again. All right, so that being said, let's just get started. Other people are going to join in as the night progresses because I am a little early, okay? Not often am I that early. John Anders. Andres? Andres. How you doing there, John? Nice to see that you're here tonight. Okay, so let's get started and let's take a look at what we're looking at today. Now, we had someone this morning a little bit concerned about Kohl's because they sold a 20, I think it was a 22.5 option, okay? And it dropped down to, where are we? 23.29. So it looks like it's in a downtrend. Take a look at Kohl's. Now, I like Kohl's, don't get me wrong, okay? But we won't want to see that. I want to see this one right here. Now, I don't want to look at the options for this week because there's only 2 days left. Options usually ain't worth very much by that time. But the ones for next week, hey, got in good with EVGO. Okay, EVG. I don't even know if that's on my list. EVGO. Yeah, EVGO is not on my list, but hey, as long as you did good, that's wonderful. because I'm not quite sure why you do EVGO, but all right. EVGO is $329, $239. The 250s are going for 10 cents. Cool, but you got to stretch that out over 4 weeks. And are you okay with that? I have a rather complicated question, if you don't mind. Well, let's hear it. Hey, Little Dunker Mini Donuts, thank you so much for the phone call today. Very informative. Well, I'm hoping it helps out. Speak with your wife, see if you can get her on board. If she's here, tell her I said hi. Tell her to ask me whatever questions she needs to know for that safe, secure, predictable 1% per week. Now, I know it doesn't sound like much, but 1% per week is 50% per year. 50% per year is nice. And the conversation we had today would get you to your goal within a very short period of time. And while you're here, let me just pull it up real quick so you see which one I'm talking about. Let's go find another one. Okay. Here we go. Now, remember we talked about compound interest calculator? Now, the screen behind me is live. This is a brand new website. I haven't got all the kinks out of it yet, so you got to, go with me a little bit. But remember I told you about that little hamburger on top? There it is right here. Okay, you click on that, and that's going to open up the weekly compound interest calculator. Now, they changed it on me. It didn't always look like this, but see, weekly compound interest calculator. Now, the numbers we talked about earlier today, remember that? We talked about 100,000. Is that 100,000? Yep, that's 100,000. And we're going to deposit 200 a month. Okay. Then we're going to look at weekly interest of 1%. And then we talked about you want to retire in 15 years. Okay. Hold on a second. So I exercised 2,400 shares today, but it sold for 7 calls 18 months out for $40 each. All right, John, I need to know which stock we're talking about, number one. Number two, I need to know specifically what we're talking about, because you said I exercised 2,400 shares today. That's 24 contracts. GOEV, never heard of it. But hold up, we'll get to that in a second. Mini donuts, we're talking about this, 1% per week. Now, we were talking about time frame of 15 years. Okay, remember you said you're only 15, you want to retire in 15 years? Well, here you go. Starting out with 100,000, putting in $200 a month, not weekly, a month. Okay, a month. Okay, for 15 years. You ready to see this? You sure? Is that right? Let me count all the digits. All right, that's 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 246 million. Huh. Okay, now remember I told you with the strategy I was telling you, you can do 2 years and get you to your goal. Okay, 2 years will get you to 290,000. Remember we talked about that, 2,900 a month. You might even get there in 18 months. Let's go to monthly. 18 months. Okay, 18 months is even much. Let's go to 16 months. 16 months. It's a little over. That's still 194,000. Okay, you're at 100,000 now. At least this is what you told me, 100,000 now. If you put just $200 a month away and investing at 1% per week, in a year and a half, you're going to have close to 200,000. Okay, Jen, how are you? All right, so let's go back. John, you want to take a look at GOEV. So, Mini Donuts, go to the website, check it out, play with the numbers, sit down, talk to your wife and say, hey, this is where we are. If we want to retire or bring in X amount and not have to work again, this is what we could do. Okay, now you said you had 100. Okay, if you put 200 a month, 200 a month away a week, you get 1% per week. Okay, 16 months, you're going to be at 193. 193 is going to be close to $8,000 a month if you continue doing it. Now, $8,000 a month, that's a nice chunk of change. Now, you said you could live comfortably off of 7,500. All right, so let's take a look at GOEV. I've never heard of it before. And usually when I've never heard of it, it's usually going to be a no. GOEV. Canoe Incorporated. Yeah, that's a no. All right, so I exercised 2,400 shares today, but sold $7 calls 18 months out for $40 each. Okay, that means you have to hold on to that stock for 18 months. I'm not quite sure what you were thinking there. I mean, why? Because you can only do it once. Okay, now you did it. Great. You got that big chunk of money come in. Okay, great. Now what are you going to do with that big chunk of money? Because you can't do anything with those 2,400 shares. You know? So they're just going to sit for the next 18 months until that option expires. One or the other. IGN. Okay, GOV, the 50-cent calls. Okay, I see it. I'm not quite sure why, but all right. So I exercised 24 calls and now have 2,400 shares. Oh, so you bought the calls before, and now you just exercised them. But my account doesn't re-elect owning 2,400 shares. Okay, that could be an issue. Okay. I'm not quite sure why. All right, I don't know the whole picture, and these little tiny tidbits here. Yeah, these little tiny tidbits here that they allow you to post doesn't really give me a whole heck of a lot to go on. But okay, it's not a company that I would have done, but I'm sure you have your reasons why you did it. Okay. Metatron joined. All right, Metatron. I have no idea who Metatron is, but he joined. We should be happy that Metatron is here. I almost feel like a superhero now. Metatron has showed up. All right. Anyway, yeah. I'm sorry about that, John. I have no idea who this company is, what they do. It's potential buyout hype. Okay, take the profits while it's there. If it's there, it's there. You know, buy the hype, sell the news. Is that how it goes? Or sell the news, buy the hype? I have no idea. But if you're making money, isn't that all that matters? Okay, nobody else is getting burned. I like it when everybody wins. All right, so it's 10 past 9. It is a Wednesday night. Not a whole heck of a lot happens on a Wednesday. So today we went in, and I actually did my podcast today was less than 10 minutes. So when I say, hey, 10-minute trader, we were actually on less than 10 minutes today. We took a look at all the positions, seeing what was going on. Yep, just never sold covered calls, so I'm confused. Hey, John, I'm sorry that you're confused. I like taking a look at companies that consistently have increased dividends, okay, which means they're continuously profitable. And if they're continuously profitable, they must be doing something right. And that's just the way I look at it. If you're continuously profitable, you must be doing something right. So if I'm going to invest my money, I want to put it into a company that is continuously making money and continuously increasing their profits, continuously sharing their profits with the shareholders. And when you buy a company's shares, you become a shareholder, which means I own part of certain companies, and I like it when they keep increasing their dividends to me. But that's not my main objective. My main objective is a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, there's only 16 people here, which is kind of weird for a Wednesday. But then again, we're just getting started too. I guess most people aren't used to me being early. Well, it happens, All right. So I pulled up General Motors just to give you an idea, John, what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So my hair's receding. Damn it. All right. General Motors, we all know who they are. Okay. So just to clarify, okay. Hey Simba, how you doing? So just to clarify what I'm doing with the covered calls, I look for a decent company. The company we're looking at now is General Motors. And I know you know who General Motors is. They've been around for over 100 years. Okay, so right now I can buy General Motors at 45.78 tomorrow morning. Okay, because you get the bid, the ask, the high, the low, the open, the close, blah, 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 all that stuff. And down here is the option chain. Okay, so if I buy it at 45.78, the next one up is going to be the 46. So I can sell. See, once I buy the stock, let's say I buy 1,000 shares. I buy 1,000 shares of General Motors. Okay, that's gonna be what, 45,000 bucks. I buy 1,000 shares of General Motors. Then I turn around and I sell somebody the option, the call option, which is the right for them to buy it from me. From the moment they buy the option, I receive the money, and the time the option expires. So we're not looking at this week, which is 28 June, which is this Friday, because there's only 2 days left. There's not a lot of money to be made. So we're looking at next Friday. Okay, so anywhere between tomorrow morning and next Friday at 4 p.m. before the market closes. That is the 5th of July. Okay. Now, if I buy it at 45.78, I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 46, which is more than I paid for it. And I'm going to collect 56 cents per share. Now that 56 cents per share is more than 1%. I know you say you don't buy at the high, but Walmart looks like it might go higher. Simba, I'll write Wally World down. WMT. We'll take a look at Walmart in a little bit. All right. So, as I was saying, General Motors, if I buy it for 45.78, sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 46. Or I can even do the 45.50s. 45.50s are 28 cents. I lose 28 cents there. 60, 50. Yeah, no, you're better off with the 46s. 46s, you get same rate of return, okay, a little over 1%. But if it goes over 46, I get the difference between the 45.78 and the 46, which is another 22 cents. Okay, I like a 22-cent bump up. All right, but what is the chart telling me? Do I like the numbers that I'm seeing on the chart? Now, I'm looking for 5 particular things when I look at a chart. Number 1, where's the high? Number 2, where's the low? Number 3, where was it a year ago? Number 4, where is it now? And number 5, what direction is it going? From last year to this year, it's going a slight upward trend. Okay, fine. I like that. DK, when you sell covered calls, do you just pay for the bid? Not quite sure, DK. Now, DK, when you're doing a covered call, you have to buy the stock first, which is the ask. Okay, now the stock is different from the option. There's 2 separate entities. Stocks are one, options another. So when you're buying the stock, you're paying the ask price. That's when you buy the stock. Now, when you're selling the option, you're not buying, you're selling the option, you're receiving the bid. Okay, the bid is what you're receiving if you're selling, and the ask is what you're paying if you're buying. So we're buying stock, selling the option. Okay, John, some bought $7 calls from me at $40 each, and my stock will never get there. Well, you don't know that, John, because remember, you said you sold out 18 months. That's a year and a half. So somebody somewhere thinks that stock will go up higher than that if they're willing to pay $40 a piece for them. Think about it, because at $7, all right, for whoever bought those from you, to break even, the stock's going to hit 47. That's just to break even. For them to double their money, the stock has to hit 87. That's crazy. Because right now, the stock you pointed out was on like $2.30. I still have 11 more at 50 cents. Alrighty. Not a company I would have done, but hey, if it works for you, that's wonderful. Now, as I'm talking about the covered call, you got to buy the stock first. You sell the option. And then you take a look at what is the chart telling us. Where is General Motors? Yeah, you're a gambler. I see that. Where is General Motors at the time? And where is it going to go? Well, here's where we are. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, where it was, where it is. So let's take a quick look. Now, I personally don't like the way it looks. Why? Well, because look at it. Here's your high right here, and now she's a little bit down from the high. All right, so let's take a quick look at those last few months. All right, so here's the beginning of May. Okay, she goes up, pulls back, and here's our 60-day bottom, because we're looking at May and June. Okay, so this is just 2 months. Here, she goes here, drops down, and then she shoots up. So from the 27th of May, which is about a month ago, she shoots up to the high at almost 49.50 on the 12th. Okay, now she pulls back, goes back up again, pulls back down. Now she could continue going down because you still have all this profit down here that hasn't been taken yet. Okay, or yeah, more than likely she's going to keep coming down. So I'm not too fond of General Motors at the moment. Alrighty, so what would you guys like to look at today, or should I just jump onto the list that we started a day ago? All right, so we'll start with a day ago. CCJ is on the list. CCJ. Never heard of CCJ, to be totally honest with you. Cameco. Okay. Now, before Mikey, you want to look at ALB, huh? ALB. The only stock I lost money on all year, and you want me, kind of rub my nose in it or something. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Let's take a look at CCJ for a second. CCJ. Okay, Cameco Corporation. I want to look at the historical data. Then I want to see how much dividends you lost also. Okay. You know what they say, Mike, okay? Nobody wins them all unless your name's Pelosi, which is totally unfair. Okay, so I'm going to say no to CCJ. They've only paid one dividend. Why would I get into a company that's not tried and true and tested and all that kind of stuff? Let's take a look at Albemarle. Both me and Mikey here lost money on that ALB. Okay, well, looks like Albemarle found their bottom. Okay, so we're looking at $100.28. Okay, the 100s are going for 278. Well, that's well over 2%. Okay, now it does make me think I want to jump into it next week to maybe recoup some of that money I lost. Maybe, if everything looks right. Let's take a look at the chart. Well, here's the high of the year. That's 1. Here's the low of the year. That's 2. This is where it was a year ago. This is where it is now, and that's the direction it's going in. So it may look as it's going down because a year ago she's at 230. Now she's only at 100. Lost 50% of it, more than 50% of its money in a year. I am in on Albemarle at 124 from 2 weeks ago. Okay, well, let's take a look at it, Mike. Okay, so a year ago, we're at 226. Topped off at 246.78, and that was back in the middle of July of last year. Okay, from there, we got our bottom back in the end, 621, which was a couple of days ago. Okay, and that's at 91. That's more than a 50% drop. Hey, Kuna, how are you? It's frozen here. Brother, it's warm here. Went in the pool, hung out with my little buddy today. It was fun. The buyout on puts are at $1.40. Yeah, Mike, I don't do puts at all. I sold 100 puts and got $5.95 on Monday. Cool. Buyout on puts are one. You know what they say, Mike? It's not a profit until you take it. Okay, you sold them at almost $6. Now they're worth $1.40. Okay, today was an up day. If it goes up, you're gonna lose. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Hey, Doc's here. How's it going? All right, your residents. Good evening, sir. Yeah, I'm glad it's frozen where you are, which is it's kind of odd for me to think that, because I'm from the New England area and this time of year is kind of warm. I meant your live on Instagram keeps freezing. Yeah, you know what? It says pause due to poor connection. Now you would think Apple has a decent, because I'm using 4 Apple phones. Only one of them is having an issue, and the what do they call that damn thing? Internet thingy. The Wi-Fi box is like right there. I can actually touch it. See, I'm touching the Wi-Fi box, so it's like 5 feet away. So why is it a poor connection? It's like 5 feet away. Okay, that one's working fine. This one's working fine. This one's working fine. But this one, it's like pause due to a poor connection. The router. Thank you, Doc. It was the same thing last time. Yeah, because I keep using the red phone. I got an iPhone red. All right, anyway, so let's continue where we are. We're looking at Abelmal. All right, so last 90 days with Abelmal. Okay, 90 days ago, here we are, the 125 area. Okay, shows up, pulls back, up, pulls back. Look at that drop. Whoa, and here's the bottom right here. 4 days ago was a 30-day bottom. Simba, we're going to look at Walmart in a little bit. Okay, so let's go. 30 days ago with Abelmal was the 30-day high. Check it out right there. 129.50. And then she drops and finds the 30-day bottom 4 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. One day to the upside, that pulled back, and today went up. So that put you sold, might want to jump in and buy that back to keep your profit. Maybe it's too many phones sharing the same broadband results in small band. Could be. I don't know. Hold that thought. That got me another one right here. So let's pull this one up. Keeps asking me if I want to update, and I keep saying no, I don't. See, it won't let me what's the right word? Go live on this account. I don't know why. No porn star, no hush money, just a nice solid marriage. Yeah, I like that. Joe and Jill. Of course, she was the babysitter for his kids, and then she was married before he was fooling around with a married woman. And yeah, so she cheated on her husband. Yeah, 45 years of marriage. Yeah. Built on, I don't even know what you want to call it. I don't want to get into politics. Don't get me started. Oh, so anyway, yeah, so this phone right here is working too. I don't want to look at that crap. Instagram. Wait a second. Instagram. Okay. Oh, come on. I don't know what it is. Is that right? Could it be right? Oh, yeah, it is right. So I'm going to switch phones on Instagram and see if that works. All right, so we're going to get rid of the red phone. Okay, get rid of the red phone. And go to this phone. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Right there. Here we go. Live. Allow your Instagram access to your microphone. Okay, continue. Okay. Okay. 10 followers are active. Switch that around. And there we have it. Checking connection. Hold on. Hey, Julie, how are you doing? I think it would work better if you with Restream or StreamYard would be less broadband. Pause due to poor connection. Okay, so that's not going to work. How do I start? E3 trading. How are you? Okay, so go back here. Where were we? There it is. Okay, so let's turn this one off. And now, all right, so I'll figure it out. Yeah, I do have Restream. I just don't know how to use it. I know it's kind of weird, isn't it? I have Restream and I have no idea how to use it. So I should be, because I have OBS Broadcaster and I'm recording on OBS Broadcaster. I just don't know how to do all the uploads and my connection crap. All right, E3 training. E3 training. How are you tonight? You're relatively new here. My suggestion to you, just sit back, relax, see if it makes sense. If you really want to do it, they have. Oh, I have a Patreon, which is where. All right, let's go. Come on. Right there. Dividend Stock Talk on Patreon. That's where you sign up if you want to follow along. Okay. It's $100 a month for those who want to do live trading first thing every morning. All right. So that being said, let's just get into the stocks and see what we're doing. All right. Yeah, your residents. I got to figure out how to do Restream. Can I sell covered calls with a margin account? Empty pockets? Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, I have two different accounts. One is a margin account. One is a cash account. Big difference. Okay, the cash account is by 31% for the year so far. The margin account is over 60% the year so far. Okay, but always remember, in the down market, you lose twice as fast with a margin account. So I suggest if you're new, use a cash account first before you jump into all margin. That's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm a nobody. It's pretty easy, James. And I'm not too tech savvy. Well, neither am I. Okay, so Albemarle. Let's get back to it for a Mikey. All right, Mikey, as you can see, the 30-day highs here, the 30-day bottoms here. Okay, so she is bouncing off the 30-day bottom going towards the upside. All right. So those puts that you sold, they might come back and haunt you unless you get out of them quick. I mean, you said you sold them for almost $5 and now they're like $4. Oh, they're like $1.50 now. Empty pockets. I got flagged as a put, as a PD, something day trader, yeah, for trying to convert back to cash account. I have no idea what PDT means. I have written a manual to my sister on how to do covered calls like you. That's cool. You do know I wrote in 13 books, which I think one or two of them has something about covered calls in them. Pattern day trading. There you go. Yes, I hate that pattern day trading. You got to have at least 25,000 in order to avoid that crap. Yeah, I've gotten that in a couple of my accounts because a couple of my accounts are below 25,000. My grandson's account is way below that. All right, so Albemarle. Let's take a quick look what Albemarle usually does this time of year. This time of year, Albemarle. Ooh, look at this, Mike. Check that out. You cannot mistake that for anything. Check it out. This is historical performance. Doesn't mean it's going to do this, but if you get Albemarle, take a look. Here's where we are now. It's going to go flat for a couple of days. All right. And then she's just going to shoot on up all the way into September. In case like that, you might want to go a couple of strikes out of the money, hold on to your stock and let the stock accumulate and collect the premiums. So you get premiums and stock appreciation. That's a cool idea. Only 2 pages. Yeah, unfortunately, my books are a little bit longer. They go into a little more than that. Gallant, you want to look at Disney? Really? Why do you want to look at Disney? Doesn't Disney only pay once a year? I think. DIS. 102. Interesting. I like the way that chart looks the last couple of days. What's that ticker, James? Disney, DIS. Okay? Disney, 102.18. The 102s are going for 139. You take away, no, 195. 101.95. Sorry. So I was reading the last traded price. The last traded price is 102. Okay, hold up. Time out. The last trade was 102.18. The bid, 101.71. The ask, 101.95. Market maker's getting ready to push this baby down. Okay, that's what it looks like. That's what he does. But let's take a look at these numbers right here for the last couple of weeks. But before we go to that, okay, the 102 is paying 139, which is over 1%. Great. So here's the question. Do you like Disney at 102? Interesting question. All right, so here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is, and this is the direction it's going. Great. Let's look at the last 90 days. The last 90 days was the high of the year. Check that out. And it's a triple high too at 123. Check it out, 123. That was the beginning of April. And then she dropped. Look at this gap down. Nice. Look at it. She drops down here. 3 days to the upside. A nice little jump from 110 to almost 117. That's a $7 increase right there. What happens the very next day? Market maker takes it away, drops down, and here's your bottom 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was the bottom. Let's zoom into that. Okay, 30 days ago, okay, 30 days ago, we opened up at $100.85. And shoots up, finds the high at 104.10, drops down, was that 99.40, shoots back up, and then pulls back. Okay, so yeah, Disney's going to pull back a little bit. See the way it is? Up, down, up, down. Look, it almost hit 104, which your high is right there, 104.30, and this is 103.60. Okay, it's pretty close to the high. So yeah, she's dropping back now. So yeah, Disney not this week, maybe not next week, but the week after. So I'm going to write Disney in for 2 weeks from today. DIS. Okay, so in 2 weeks, Disney should look relatively good. Sorry, Gallant. It's just the way it's reading. So let's take a look at the seasonality. What does seasonality tell us? What does Disney normally do this time of year? Okay, you can't mistake that one either. Look at it. She's going to go steadily up right into the middle of August. Wow, we getting there already? Next week is July. Where the hell did the year go? Yeah, it was more of a few weeks out watch list. Okay, well, a few weeks. What does that tell you? Okay, here's where we are now. Okay, here's your 30-day bottom here. She makes a top here, pulls back. You figure 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days. Okay, so sometime the end of next week, she should be down around the 100 or the 99 area, hypothetically speaking. You may need to reboot TikTok. Well, let's do that. All right, so let's reboot and see what happens. Why not? I haven't rebooted in a while. I need my water. Need to get me some water. Now I'm wondering why I can't do anything on Facebook. Now, why won't they go? Let me go live on Facebook. That is a boggling me. Not quite sure. All right, so let's get back to where we were. All right, so here we go, getting back started again. So we did a quick little reboot. Didn't help very much. Do you do covered calls only on Monday? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. What is saying, does that, okay, 7-9. Okay, that's 2 weeks into July. So that would be not this week, but that would be next week. Okay, that's cool. That'll work. All right, empty pockets. I think that's enough because when you do that, it only goes to your followers. And if you don't have a lot of followers, it doesn't really help out very much. All right, so let's get on to the next one. Next one I have is, you got to be kidding me. VVVV. Yeah, I don't even think I want to do that one. AMGN. AMGN. Somebody want to take a look at this thing? 312. Okay. DG also looks good. All right, Gallant, we'll take a look at DG. Dollar General. Okay, but right now let's look at AMGN. It's going to be a no. Look where it is. Okay, you get your high right here. There was pullback. There's going to be more pullback again. So it's not even worth taking the time to take a look at it. Empty pockets. The algorithm takes the share count and pushes you in. Okay. All righty. Well, let's see how it works. Okay, so DG, you say. Let's take a look at Dollar General. And then we'll look at Walmart, because somebody wanted to look at Walmart earlier. Dollar General, I like the chart. 129. The 129 is 215. I like that number. Okay, 215. That's over 2. No, not quite 2%. But anyway, look at the chart. The high, the low, up, down, up again. It's bouncing off that low. That makes it look appetizing for me. A year ago, 169. Topped off at 173.47. Bottom payment topped off in end of July last year. The middle of October was the bottom at 101. Okay, 101 was the bottom for Dollar General. Okay, from there she shoots up, and look at the next high. That was the middle of March. Check it out. The middle of March, she drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops. Now she's going to the upside, but look at right here, last 30 days. That's what we want to take a good look at. Julie, how are you? Mama, you want to look at the gap, huh? GPS? Okay, we'll take a gander at that one too. Okay, right now we'll take a look at Dollar General. Okay, 30 days right there. Okay, so 30 days ago we were at the 30-day high. 140, was that 146? She drops down to 126. That's a $20 drop. Okay, from 146 to 126. That's a $20 drop. Shoots back up, comes back down, and here is our 30-day bottom. She shoots up, pulls back, not finished going to the upside, because there's more to the upside to go. Look, there's like almost no room here, but look at all the space we have up here. Now, what does Dollar General usually do this time of year? Hey, Julie. By next week, it should be good. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, because I'm coming. I'm a soul man. Check it out. Dollar General. How can you say next week? Ooh, yeah. Next week looks pretty good. Look at this. Nice to the upside, right into the beginning of August. So I'm going to write Dollar General down for next week. Oh, it's already written down for next week. Imagine that. All right, Gallant, it's already written down. Okay, so we'll take a look at Walmart. Somebody want to take a look at Walmart, Wally World. WMMT. Now, just to let you know, I haven't bought Walmart in a long time. Walmart's going to be a no right off the top. Take a look. There's the high, pulled back. Now she's going up again. I don't like it being so close to the high. That's just me. Okay. So I don't remember who asked to look at Walmart, but look, your 30-day bottom here, your 30-day top is here. Look at all this potential profit taking. You only have, what is that, 50 cents between the high and today and the high? Yeah, that's not enough space for me. Sorry, Simba. I mean, take a look. 30 days ago, here we are. Now we're right here. Could it go higher? Yes, it could go higher. But there's way too much profit taking available there for me to say, happy, delightful stuff about it. Okay, so I don't really like that. GPS, Mama one looked at GPS, which is the gap. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers. First off, 24.45. Look at the 24.50s, 55 cents. Okay, that's 2%. Okay, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, and that's the direction it's going. Okay, great. Look at the movement. Okay, up, down, 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 up, down. Yeah, okay, it's there. All right, so last 90 days would be 326. Okay, so that's pretty evident what the details look like. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, gaps up, and shoots on up. There must have been some good news here, but then she drops. Okay, so I would be waiting because look at how many days it's been dropping. Okay, so let's go right there. We go. The last 30 days. Check it out. Okay, now this is something we're going to want to keep our eye on. Okay, hold on. Mike got Walgreens at 75. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, Mike, we'll take a look at Walgreens in a second. WBA. Let's finish up with the gap because we want to take a look at this thing next week because look where it is. Okay, 30 days ago, here we are. Okay, she must have gotten some good news because she shot way up here. Came down, your profit taking. Okay, up, more profit taking, up, more profit taking, up, more profit taking. It's going to find a bottom sometime next week. So I'm going to put the gap down for next week so we can take a look at it next week. Gap GPS. Okay, so the gap is on the list for us to take a look at next week. Okay, now what does the gap usually do this time of year? Yeah, she's going to go up a little bit and then drop. Okay, doesn't mean it's going to, but that's what it is. What does it mean when the ask is higher than the close? Not much, but hold on a second. Let me because you at the gap at the moment, the last traded price was 24.45. The bid 24.23, the ask 24.45. Okay, so the market maker is not pushing it up. It's probably going to hold it right where it is. Okay, see, when the market maker puts these numbers up, it gives us a little bit of a clue on what he plans on doing. Okay, now if both of these, the bid and the ask, are higher than this, the last traded price, market maker is going to push it up. But if the bid and the ask are both lower than the last traded price, market maker is going to push it down. Right here, it's kind of indifferent because the last traded price was 24.45. Okay, bid 24.23, 24.45, which is kind of like right where it's supposed to be. So he's not really pushing it up, not really pushing it down. He's kind of going to keep it steady. That would be my assumption. Okay, now the numbers do work for the gap, but you have to ask yourself the question, do I like the gap at 24.45? Because we know it's in a downward trend. But that downward trend is going to end pretty soon. And look how close we are to the bottom. Okay, 20.50, and right now we're at 20.45. So we're $4 off, which is 20%. 20% is a long way on a stock. Okay, so that was the gap. WBA, which is Walgreens. Let's take a gander at that one. WBA. Okay. Walgreens. Okay, now Walgreens had this 7-year low just recently. Okay, right now, 1585. Okay, 1585 is the purchase price for tomorrow morning. So the 16s are going for 56. You got to be kidding me. That's like 3%. This is Walgreens. Walgreens has been in business for over 100 years. All right, so here's our high of the year. Here's our low of the year. This is where it was. This is where it is. And this is the direction it's going right now. Right now, she's in, it looks like a 3 or 4 day downturn. Okay, so the last 90 days, check out the last 90 days. Okay, 22, drop, up, 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 drop. So we're going down a little bit. We have 3 days to the downside at the moment, which means I want to keep my eye on that one and see what he does. Still think Nike is a good watch for the next week. Well-run company. Yep, Nike is a well-run company, and Nike is on my list. But I don't know if she's on the list for next week. Nope, she's not on the list for next week or the week after. But we'll take a look at Nike in a second. NKE. All right, so Amgen we already looked at. All right, we're looking at WBA, the last 30 days. Right here. Last 30 days. Yeah, that thing's going to drop some more. Here we are, 30 days ago. Drops, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop. So she's going to come down a little bit more before she goes back up. But just in case you guys were wondering, right here is the 7-year bottom. You cannot get any lower than the 7-year bottom. When you buy low, sell high, you can't get any lower than the low of the year. This is the 7-year low. Okay. All right. So we don't know what's exactly going on with Walgreens. Walgreens are in every major city in the United States. Holy cow! We only got 24 people here. That's horrible. Last night we're over 200. All right. Anyway, no big deal. It's today's Wednesday. Not a whole heck of a lot happens on a Wednesday anyway. So we're just going to go over the numbers and go from there. All right. So let's take a look at Nike because we looked at Walgreens. Wait a minute. Let's take a look. What does Walgreens normally do this time of year? This time of year, basically flat. Doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of anything. Okay, just flat, going nowhere. Fine, I like that, especially if I'm going to buy it and do a covered call on it because I don't want it to move at all. All right, but she does. She looks like she's going to come down a little bit. Looks like she's going to come down a little bit and then turn around and go back up. So Walgreens, I'm going to write that down for next week. WBA, because the way it looks at the moment, it looks like I'm going to be losing 3 stocks this week. I'm okay with that. 3 stocks going bye-bye. All right. CLF. We looked at CLF last night. Diana. Okay, CLF was a no last night. CLF. Yeah. Okay, so you look at the drop. Mid-May, right here. She drops, back up, drops, keeps going. And your bottom of the 30-day period was yesterday. Now, I like 2 days to the upside. Okay? So if you really like CLF, right now it's going for $14.93. The 15s are going for 28 cents. That's a nice premium. Okay? It's a nice premium, which means you'll make more than 1% for the week. However, I like 2 days to the upside. Okay, today was an up day. If tomorrow's an update, I would think of jumping in tomorrow and selling next week's. Okay, some comments in the live will be filtered. Yep, we know that. Coach Joe, XLE. I've never heard of XLE. XLE. Yeah, it's an ETF. I don't do ETFs. Okay, here it is 90.59, 90.60. The 90.50s are going for 93 cents. Okay, so we're making our 1%. Great. Let's see how often XLE has paid a dividend. Okay, so we go here, XLE. We're going over to Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance gives me detailed information. Okay, so let's go look at the maximum amount of dividends from XLE. Interesting. Okay, so all the way to 1999. You know what that means? 1999 to 2024. That means this company has 25 years of dividends. ExoChit. Interesting name. Okay, so let's take a look at the dividends on this XLE. Starts out at 9, 15 to 13 to 8 to 10 to 15 to 13 to 9 to 10, 15, 14, 11, 10, 16, 12, 12, 12, 12, 13, 14, 16, 20, 18, 20, 23, 25, 30, 20, 25, 26, 27, 29, 31, 37, 40, 49, 54, 41, 40, 42, 48, 51, 53, 179, 54, 50, 52, 53, 70, 82, 85. Okay. I'm not hugely impressed, okay? But the past 5 years or so, they've been increasing, but not consistently for the whole 25 years, which I normally like. All right, so XKE is a spider fund. Interesting. Let's find out what kind of a yield they're offering. Okay, so I'm going to say no because look at the yield, 3.13. So if I'm going to invest my money in a company, okay, who suggested this one? Coach Joe. Now, Coach Joe, you might like XLE. I hope. And if you're trading it, fine. Because if you're trading it, look what you're getting. 90.60 to 90.50 is giving you 1%. That's 93 cents. Okay. That's 1% for the week. Now, if you're buying it to hold it, they're offering 3% return for your money. Why would you do 3%? All right. Gallant, you want to take a look at UPS? We'll take a look at that after Nike. But right now we're still doing XLE, select sector spiders. Okay. But if I was going to do it on a weekly basis, yeah, maybe. Because they are paying a dividend. They have been paying a dividend for over 20 years. Okay, fine. Okay, but they're not consistently increasing. Yep, I just started running your strategy on XLE the last 3 weeks. So far, so good. Jolly good, brother. Way to go. Now, I'm not a fan of XLE, but if you like it, hey, not a problem. Let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, a year ago, here we are down 78. She jumps up, drops down, hits the high here back in April, drops back down, and then shoots up again. Nice. It's a nice place to be. Let's take a closer look. A year ago, 78.01. That was the low of the year, 78.01, low of the year. Okay, the high of the year, 98.92. Okay, so from the high of the year right there, that's from mid-April to now. Take a look at this. Joe, this is not that bad if you think about it. Okay, she goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So now, right here, can you see that right there? This is where she turned. Okay, 3 days ago, Monday was the high of the week. Okay, Tuesday was a little bit lower, and today she's dropping down. Because this baby's going to go down before she turns around and goes back up again. But if you like that, Joe, more power to you, right? But just pay attention to what the charts are telling you, okay? Let's take a look at the last 30 days. The last 30 days probably give us a better idea, okay? Here's the last 30 days, and it really stands out. Okay, now the 90-day, okay, it didn't stand out as much as the 30-day does. Look at the 30-day. Up, down, up. Here's your 30-day high. Okay, down, up again, down. Here's your 30-day bottom right here. Then she shoots up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And now she's going on the downside. Yep, this baby's going to go down a little bit before she turns around and goes back up again. If you like XLE, now I'm not huge on ETFs, but this particular ETF is going for $90.60. The $90.50 is going for 93 cents, but you're losing 10 cents right off the top. So you're only getting 83 cents, which is just a little bit under 1% for the week. Alrighty, Gallant also 753C for Siri. Okay, we'll take a look at Siri also. That's a Warren Buffett stock. Warren likes that one. Okay, so now, oh, wait a second. Before I go, Joe, you ready for this, Coach Joe? What does this spider usually do this time of year? For that, we look at the seasonality. Now, if you've been following for a while, you know the blue line is this year. Okay, January 1st over here, December 31st over here. Okay, she drops down in January, shoots on up in April, back down in June. What is she going to do for the rest of the year? Well, from here, looks like she might be going sideways for the next couple of weeks. Let's take a look. Here, drag it that way. Yep. Basically, you're going to go sideways for the next couple of weeks, which I like sideways for covered calls. I don't want the stock to move a lot. Okay, I want to collect that 1%, and that is perfect for companies that just go sideways. All right, up and sideways. That's what I like. All righty, so let's go and take a gander at Nike. Especially with the seasonality for Siri. All right, we're going to take a look at Siri in a second after we take a look at Nike. Oops, not NKW, NKE. Okay. All right, 94.35. 94.35, the 95. Holy cow. Is that right? I like Nike. I do. And if they're going to give me $350 for a premium on a 95, because right now it's 94.35. Okay? And look where the stock is. I got no problem with it right where it is, especially if they're going to give me almost 3.5%. Are we all seeing this number on Nike? 3.5%? That's freaking awesome. Okay, well, let's take a look at the chart. What's the chart telling me? Well, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, and this is the direction it's going. Great, but look at where we are in the last 90 days. Ooh, I like that. Well, let's take a better look at it. You ready? All right, a year ago, 101. She bottomed out. Looks like we have a triple bottom. Okay, we got a triple bottom here. Check it out. September, the end of September. And looks like we hit it twice in April. 88.40. Okay. Now we topped up. We got a triple top. Check out that triple top in December. 123. Triple top. Okay. Last 90 days. Here we go. Check out that movement. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Down. Yep. She's coming down. So Nike looks like it's going to be good. I'm going to say sometime next week because we got Thursday and Friday. Okay, so let's say hypothetically if she continues the way she's going, Thursday, Friday, and then we're close to the bottom. So on Friday, perfect opportunity for she to turn around the beginning of next week and go to the upside. So where is Nike? All right, so I'm going to write Nike down for next week, NKE, because that looks pretty good to me, especially with the premiums they're giving. I can't even read that name. Holy cow. Are my eyes that bad? I don't even, that looks like, all right, somebody's asking about RBLX. I can't read that name. Sorry, dude. You know, NCEMED Citizen. Crypto Gunner. What is the tables you have? Where can I see that, sir? Crypto Gunner, I have no idea what tables you're talking about. So, if you had cash, would you buy Nike tomorrow? No, I wouldn't. Okay? Even if I had cash, I wouldn't buy it because look, here's your high right here. This is your 30-day high. 1 day down, 2 day down, 3 day down, and it's dropping so nicely. Okay, so it looks like it might drop again tomorrow and Friday. So Monday would be a good opportunity for Nike. Wait till next week. The right screen. The right screen. That's the option chain. Okay, you got the stock prices up here. Underneath the stock prices is the option chain. And these are the weekly options. Okay, 28 June 24, that's this Friday. 5 July 24, that's next Friday. Okay, 12 July 24, that's 2 Fridays away. 19 July, that's 3 Fridays away, so on and so forth. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, Gallant, Michael, I do like Nike, but I want to go down a little bit more. Okay, because look where the high is, and look where the low is. The low is right about here. Let's look at the 30-day. 30-day probably lighten this up a little bit better. Okay, here's your 30-day. 30 days ago, we're at the bottom. She shoots up, profit taking. Okay, it come down quite good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, shoots up, profit taking. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm waiting for a couple more days to the downside before I jump into Nike. What does Nike usually do this time of year? Nike, ooh, look at that. Okay, so we're here. Okay, here we are here. Look at that. That looks sweet. Perfect for next week as soon as it finds a new bottom. Okay, here we are right here. Okay, I want to find a new bottom somewhere on the 92 area. Tomorrow, the next day. Felix. Oh, I missed a couple questions. Okay, what is the website, sir? Sorry, the first time to see that. Okay, Crypto Gunner. This here is Think or Swim. Okay, it's offered through Charles Schwab. You can actually download the this platform on your computer, or you can use the online version. I don't like the online version; it doesn't have as many perks. Okay, Felix, do you cover calls within the money or out of the money? Felix, it all depends on the numbers. Okay, what am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? What am I collecting? Okay, I love this right here, Nike. 94.35. The 94s are going for $4. The 95s are going for 350. Oh, hell yeah. I like those numbers. That's 3%. I like 3%. Coach Joe. Olympics will probably give Nike a little bump up. Could very well be. And I feel bad because I don't follow the Olympics anymore. I think it's too commercialized. No more amateur athletes. On your website, you show 6 positions at the bottom, and you are using BitTo and MRO. I don't see. I don't have MRO anymore. Okay, I already got rid of that one. Dividends. BitTo is an ETF, and that is an example that we're using for a calendar spread. It's not something that I teach here. It was just something that in the morning trading group we were going over just because somebody asked about it. The numbers looked interesting, and I wanted to do a test for the whole year because I think I bought it back in March, and then we have like 29 weeks left to go, and we're just seeing the premiums continue to escalate on it, even though BitTo is coming down. So yeah. What were we looking at next? UPS and then Siri. Okay, I like UPS. UPS 138. Okay, so it's at 138. Like it, like it. 138.15. 138 is going for 185. We take the 15 cents off there, we're getting 170. Okay, 170 on a 138 stock. That is over 1%. And I like over 1%. And I know who UPS is. So remember the rules. Never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to own long term. I got no problem with UPS whatsoever, especially at 138, and they're giving me 1%, well, over 1%. Well, let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, here's the high, here's the low. Well, no, here's the low over here. That's where it was. This is where it is, and this is the direction it's going. And look where we are right now. I want to take a closer look at this because that looks interesting to me. All right, a year ago, 171. Topped off at the end of July of last year at 193. So she goes from 193 down to 135. That's a $60 drop. That's almost 30%. Julie, you want to take a look at AEO? Okay, so that's our high. We drop all the way down to 133. Okay, check it out, 133 in October, the end of October. But that's not the low of the year. The low of the year is back here in June. Okay, goes back up, finishes up the year at 158. The last 90 days, which is the last 3 months. Here we go. Last 3 months, we're at 146, jump up to 154, drop down to 142, back up to 154, down to 134, up, down, and here's our bottom right there, 132.20. Is that right, 132.20? 132.90 was the bottom. Okay, so 132.90 is the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at the last 30 days. Here we go. Last 30 days. That looks kind of ugly. No distinct movement there. Okay, 30 days ago, here we are. Drops, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, down, up. Yeah, it's all over the place. No real direction. So here's the question. Considering there's no real direction here, here's your bottom here, here's your top here, more than likely she's going to come down. Okay, more than likely. All right, but at 138.15, the 138s go for 185. That's 170 you walk away with. 170 is nice on a $35 stock. All righty, now we'll take a look. What does UPS usually do this time of year? This time of year, we're looking at, now you cannot mistake that for anything else. Hey, Rocco Buddy, come say hi.
Hello.
That's it. Hello.
Well, you said to come say hi, so I said.
Did you know?
A form of. Nobody here will recognize me because I now have a mustache. I'm a completely different person. But I'm the Darkwing Duck guy, so we're all clear.
Anyway, hey, did my little buddy tell you we had cake and ice cream today?
Rachel told me.
Twice. We had it for lunch and we had it for dinner.
Just so we're all clear, all of you are trusting a man who gives a toddler not once but twice cake and ice cream in one day,
lunch
with your money. Lunch and dinner, cake and ice cream, and you're like, yeah, this guy can invest my
money. Hey, that's what grandfathers are for. Shall I recall the things that Frank did for you while you were little? He always had candy in his pocket, and when me and your mother weren't looking, he'd sneak you a piece.
He wasn't accessible across the street.
Terribly sorry. This is what it does. I told you, once you have kids, anyway, I'm moving right across the street.
Speaking of your grandson, he's old enough to be your grandfather, everybody.
I know, this is not good. He used to be shorter than me.
Once upon a time.
What?
Speaking of your grandson, I'm bringing him to you tomorrow morning.
What's tomorrow?
Thursday.
I'll have to check my schedule.
I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Everyone, this is my eldest son, James. He's going to be doing this strategy very shortly, as soon as he gets some finances in order.
I will be. You and I also want to discuss that.
All righty.
Before I take other measures that you try to mumble so you're on.
The microphone's like right here.
Well, guess what then? They know. Anyway, yeah, so tomorrow morning, my mother-in-law is exhausted. She's older than this guy.
Yeah.
She's got some stuff going on.
Okay.
So
86 says hi. Who's that?
Hi, James Jr. Be my father. You got women with daddy issues on here, which honestly is kind of the way to go.
All right, could be.
It helps you build a fan base. Just look at Just Tumblr in general, Reddit.
Sorry, not there. Okay, so anyway, we're talking about UPS. I know who UPS is.
I know who UPS is too. I spent a lot of time in UPS as a child, thanks to this guy. Hey. He used to make synthetic coral, and he'd ship things out, and I'd have to go to the UPS station with him. It was a whole thing.
All right. Anyway, all right. So tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I forgot at 10, so I'll be over here between 9 and 9. So while this is happening, but 12 hours from now. Well,
9 a.m. is the live trading group, and it gets over around 10:30.
Is this not the live trading group for the evening?
No. This is just informative.
I kind of just assumed you did like a twice a day.
No, because there's no trading at this hour of the day. So we're just talking about opportunities to come up.
Now that I'm seeing myself on these cameras, I want to make it clear to everybody watching at home, I don't like this mustache. I don't think it looks good.
It doesn't.
Exactly.
So why are you wearing it?
It's a running joke between me and my coworkers.
Yeah.
Like, I go to work, and a bunch of guys at work are like, hell yeah, they're excited to see it. Here right now, I see this, I don't like it. I catch myself in the mirror while I'm walking by, and I'm like, pardon my language, I'm like, who is this asshole? Like, I go to the grocery store, I'm worried somebody's going to try to beat the shit out of me.
Adolf, somebody called me Adolf.
That's true that, Adolf. Okay, it's not.
Look at this name.
This is not a Hitler.
Hassenpfeffer.
I want cake and ice cream all day. They get it. True that, Adolf. That's the new trend. They get it. Listen, my point here. I have one.
This is not. I don't like this.
Mildly scruffy
I don't like this at all.
Shaven.
I don't like this at all. Look at this.
You're shorter than me.
And you're wearing boots. I want to. If you're going to be here and doing this, I want something to stand on.
Without boots, I'm still taller than you.
It's not the point. It's just uncomfortable as hell.
Your sandals are right here. You can throw them on.
That's not going to help.
I agree.
You were just leaving, right?
Anyway, I'm bringing you your grandson in the morning.
Okay,
I wish you all the best of luck.
Who cares what people think? Gallant says, who cares what people think? Now, he's been here since January. Ask Gallant. In January. He's been here since January. He comes out every day. Him, 86, and a bunch of others.
I have written a manual to my sister on how to do covered calls like you, only 2 pages.
Yeah, he's in Sweden.
I'm fascinated that you know who all these
well, this is Instagram, this is Facebook, this is TikTok, that's YouTube, and this one's another one on YouTube. So I got 2 YouTube channels going.
Okay.
And then I got a couple more phones, so we'll be doing Truth Social, X, which is Twitter.
I know what X is.
Yeah, but I can't. I just can't get used to calling it X.
No, I like to say X, formerly known as Twitter, like the art.
James, you need.
I need cop. I have cop sunglasses. I have more than one pair. I was
doing a
joke all day.
Contrarian Trader. Hi, James.
Okay, hold on. There's a bunch of different cameras here, everybody, just so you all know. But I'm gonna throw up a video for this. Is this Instagram?
That's TikTok.
TikTok. I'm gonna throw in a video towards the TikTok crowd. I can do it more than once if necessary, but this is we're talking about me with cop sunglasses.
Right. 200. Right. 200.
It's the double sunglasses remove, and it never gets old.
Yeah.
Not for those of us doing it anyway. For those of us with really stupid senses of humor.
All right. So tomorrow morning, see you later.
Tomorrow morning, I'll have them here. Second order of business. I'm usually dressed way better. These are like working on my car clothes. I like to look nice.
We got cake and ice cream for tomorrow morning for breakfast. That'd be cool.
Don't do that.
Why?
For Christ's sake, don't do that.
Why?
Feed him actual food. You bring up Frank. He fed me real food, too.
Yeah, after he snuck your candy.
Every morning it was puppa cakes.
Yeah.
Pancakes. Secret family recipe. I say family because it died with my grandfather. It's gone.
Okay. All right, well, can't help you out with that one.
So he fed me actual food beyond cake and ice cream. You don't have to double down on spoiling with sugar.
Sure,
you can give him real food.
Yeah, cake and ice cream.
Feel free to shame this man. This is a 4-year-old child we're talking about. What's to say?
He's a great grandpa.
Pops is a celebrity. Disagreed.
Yeah, buddy.
Nothing over here. He's a great grandpa. Get out of here. Anyway.
All right, tomorrow morning. See you later.
Tomorrow morning. I'll see you in the morning. To all a Merry Christmas and to all a good night.
Yeah. See you later. All right, let's get back to where we were. Where were we? All right. UPS. Okay, so I like UPS. Now we're going to take a look at Siri. Siri, because Siri is on Warren Buffett's list. It makes me so weird because he used to be smaller than me. Now he's taller than me. When the hell did that happen? All right. Let's get back to where we were. Standard, and we're going to do Siri now. S-I-R-I. Here we go. Interesting. Siri had a little, holy cow. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? See the blue line right here. That blue, I want to take a good look at that blue line. That's crazy. Oh, I missed some questions. Uh-oh, I missed a lot of questions. Chips. Wow, that's awesome. All platforms. Dell with a few days. Upside. Go on, I'm going to take a look at Dell. I'll write that down. Dell. Nice, Wade. Cake and ice cream for breakfast. That's one of my favorites. What is the name of the live show and how do I tune in the morning? Albert, the live show is actually a paid live trading platform. It's a Zoom call. It's $100 a month. And I trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 a.m. until 10:30, 11, right into the market opening. I do a podcast first, take all open questions. So I'm on for like 2 hours in the morning. Okay, so you can ask anything you want. You love pancakes. Jim Bibby said hi. JC! Don't come say hi? Hi, everyone. Just say hi to JC.
I was literally just saying goodbye and good night to my brother. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens.
That is what happens. Someone says my name loudly and I am pushed into the room. And the dogs follow me.
Your brother pushed you into the room?
He sure did. He's like, look, he said your name.
See, now I feel, wait a minute, no, stand right here. I feel so much better. Look, she's shorter than me. Rocco's like standing, like, see the difference between you and me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm down here like this and Rocco's up there like that. I said, that doesn't work. So I want a platform to stand on.
You want a platform?
Yeah.
You need a podium too?
Yeah, I want a little podium. What's my podium here? I want a platform. So when Rocco's here, I want a platform so I'm taller than him. What is this one? She's so cute.
I know. Thank you.
So anyway, this is JC. This is the one I created the trading the trading strategy for back in 08. Mm-hmm. Yep. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent.
You know how old I was in 08? I was 8.
You were 9.
Well, no, I was born in 99. So for the first half of the year, I am the year. Presently, I am 24. In July,
You're not supposed to be 24.
Well, that's how time works. It passes.
You know, when your mother was 24, she already had one kid.
Oh, well, yeah, you know, there are plenty of people out there with children. There are plenty of people out there without.
I'm just kind of curious how many grandchildren I'm going to have.
Well.
So much for that answer. Okay, cake and ice cream for breakfast. You like cakes. Okay, so let's take a look at Siri. I really want to take a look at this number right here. That looks absolutely crazy. If you see the blue down here, this blue line, can she talk about how it worked out for her? She averaged around 5% per month when she was doing it. I didn't get that second question. I have 3. Yep, I only have 3. Okay, so James, Jacob, and JC. Jacob stops in every once in a while, but he's sick as a dog today. Yeah, and James actually lives right across the street. And JC's here and Jacob's here. So that's great. Anyway, so down here, okay, now remember you guys, this is live on YouTube, so you should be watching this. Look at these numbers down here. This is the average volume. But look at this, the high of the time frame. That is freaking huge. I want to take a good look at that number. Okay, first off, what are we looking at on Siri? Siri's at 273. Okay, great. The 250s are going for 7. Nah, it's not going to work. Okay, because you're losing 20 cents right off the top. All right? The 3s are going for 4 cents. Well, okay, that's more than 1%. Because if you think about it, 3 cents is 1% of a $3 stock. So if we get $2.73 and we're collecting 4 cents, that's over 1%. I like over 1%. No money on option contracts. Okay. Hassenpfeffer, 100 mil per year for Howard. 60% of subscribers are Howard fans. Okay, Hassenpfeffer, I have no idea what you mean by that. For Siri, for Sir. Okay, Recon, I'm not quite sure. No money on option contracts. It's right there, the numbers. If I buy it at $2.73, I can sell somebody the rights at $3 and collect 4 cents a share. Howard is on Siri. Oh, are we talking about Howard Stern? Okay, that's the only thing I can think of. Okay, so let's take a look at the calculator. Okay, so if my profit is going to be 4 cents per share, and it's costing me $2.73, gives me a grand total of 1.46%. Okay, 1.46%. And if it hits $3, I get the difference between 273 and 3, which is another 27 cents. Okay. I looked at it wrong. Okay. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I make mistakes myself. Yeah. That's why I still have a practice account. I've been trading for over 20 years and I still have a paper trading account. Okay. I have 6 different accounts, 1 paper trading account, because I keep want to improve my strategies. And every once in a while I come up with a new strategy. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual numbers. The chart. Okay, so here's our high, which is crazy. Okay, a year ago we're here. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here where it is. And this is where it's going. But look at this, the last 30 days. The last 30 days looks great. All right, well, let's take a good look at the last 30 days. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do something a little bit different because I really want to see that spike. Okay, so this is the year right here. Okay, different chart, same thing, different chart. Last 90 days. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3. Here we go. Okay, so here's the last 90 days. You see where it is? 90 days ago, slowly dropping, and here's the low right here. 245 is the low of the year. The dividend was back here. Okay, so there's the dividend. Okay, here's the low. She shoots up, pulls back. But look at this right here. That's the volume. Now, the average volume, you got to be kidding me, really? Check it out, the average volume, 24 million shares, average volume. That's a lot of shares, 24 million shares. Okay, great. Real Mighty, might have, all right. Evening, folks. Hey, Angel, how's it going? Okay, so the average shares traded is 24 million. I want to see this right here. I do. 300. See that? 336 million shares. Okay, it goes from 30 million to 336 million shares on a daily basis. That's freaking nuts. Why? Does anybody know why she made this big jump? Okay, on the 21st. Because that's the high of the time frame. Let's look at the last 30 days. Okay, here's the last 30 days. 30 days ago, here we are. Okay, she goes up here, pulls back, goes up again, pulls back, goes up again, pulls back. Look, now we're going to get ready to turn and go back up again. Cool, I like it. And what are they offering for a premium? We already saw that. Okay, they're offering a 4-cent premium, which is, 4 cents for premium, which is almost 1.5% for the week. And it's Siri. It's on Warren Buffett's list. So why not put it on your list? Hey, Park Pacaris, how are you doing? Gallant, Zach Morris probably and news. I have no idea. I don't really listen to the radio. Yeah, is what it is. Alrighty. Dividend on Siri. Yeah, the dividend on Siri. Okay, you ready? Check it out. The dividends on Siri. Okay, dividend July, dividend October, dividend January, dividend April. Okay, we're not going to see another dividend for quite a while. Okay, so it was for quite a while. Sorry. See, the dividend was just recently. Beginning of May, June, July, August. So it'd be in August sometime. All right, so all that being said, let's go back to where we were. That was Siri. Now, somebody wanted to take a look at AEO. Do you use any other trading platform besides COS? Yes, I do. I use Robinhood. Thoughts on trading with short week next week? No, it's basically the exact same. We'll jump in on Monday. Okay, Monday, there's 5 trading days. Well, not 5, there's 4 trading days, but there's still 5 days. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the option, when we buy the stock on Monday, sell the option, we get 5 days of option premium. Even though, look at that, okay. Let's see if I can do that. All right, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. There's no trading on Wednesday. Or is it Thursday? I don't know. Happens when you're retired, you have a tendency to forget things. Okay, so Thursday. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday next week. All right, great. All right, so let's take a look at the last few days in Siri. Okay, so here's Siri right here. This is the 30 days that we're used to looking at. Okay, here we are. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up, pulls back. Now, today was an up day. So is that going to go down tomorrow or is that going to go up tomorrow? Interesting question. But either way, ask yourself the question, do I like Siri at 273, especially if they're going to pay me 1.5%? Now, I don't mind 1.5% on Siri. Okay, if it's good enough for Warren Buffett, well, it's going to be good enough for me. That's just the way I look at it. All right, that being said, let's take a look at AEO. AEO, all right. AEO. All right, so AEO, American Eagle Outfitters. 2045. Now that's not good. This is one of the things I see, the first thing I see. Okay. All right, my eyes aren't focusing. B-Rad Daddy. Thoughts on trading with a short week? Okay. Okay, Chamasexy, Riven, it's going to be a no. The reason why Riven is going to be a no, they don't have 20 years of increased dividends, a relatively new company. All right. What's the difference between ask column and bid column for these options? Well, I'm assuming you're relatively new to options. Okay, bid. Okay, the bid is what I can sell it for. The ask is what I'm going to buy it for. Okay, so if I'm going to buy options, this column right here. If I'm going to sell options, this column right here. Okay, so think of the bid and the ask. Think of a corner grocery store. Somebody owns that corner grocery store. They're going to go and buy a gallon of milk for $3, sell it to you for $3.50. $3.50. The difference between the two is called the spread. That's what the market maker makes. That's what the store owner makes. So think of the market maker as the store owner. You go in the store, let's go to the store and get some AEO. Great. Well, if I'm selling, this is what I'm getting. If I'm buying, this is what I'm paying. Okay, now the strategy I'm teaching here, we are sellers. We buy the stock, we sell the option. Okay, the option is nothing more than an opportunity for someone to buy it from us at a certain date, by a certain date. So if I did this tomorrow, if I bought this tomorrow and I sold 5 July 24. Okay, so whoever buys it from me has the right, not the obligation, has the right to buy it from me. Okay, if I do the 2050s, that's almost 2%. That is 2%. Oh, nice. I like that. Okay, so they're going to buy it from me. They're going to pay 51 cents a share. I'm going to receive 47 cents a share because I'm the seller, right? Now, whoever buys it from me has the right to buy it from me at $20.50 anytime between tomorrow morning when I sell it and the 5th of July at 4 p.m. on Friday. Okay? Certain price by a certain date. The one I'm looking at is July 5, which is next Friday. Okay, you got it? All righty. So let's take a gander at AEO. Now, I already own AEO. What do I own it at? I own it at 23.65. Oh, yuck. All right, so we're down here at 20. I own it up here. Right? So I actually own it in a terrible position. But it's part of my rules. Never buy something you don't want to own long term. I got no problem with AEO. Never sell at a loss. No plans on selling it whatsoever. Low battery over there. I have to plug it in. Hold on a second. YouTube. Some strange reason this phone overheats. I'm having issues with my phones. One overheats and the other one has a bad connection. Go figure. You know, is what it is. Okay, so as I was saying, what the hell was I saying? Oh, all right. So let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, we know here if I buy it tomorrow morning, I can get 2%. Great. Love it. I'd be considering dollar cost averaging because, like I say, I'm into it at 23.65, and the 23.65 is way up here. Okay, let's take a closer look with the charts. Okay, so first thing I want to see, the high, the low, where was it, where is it, and which direction is it going? Okay, great. Now, let's zoom in a little bit, the last 90 days. Well, here's the last 90 days right here. It's high, drops, recovers, drops, recovers, drops, recovers, drops, recovers. Now, what's going on right here? This is what I want to take a look at because if I'm going to buy more, my main concern, that battery's not charging. Why isn't that battery charging? Okay, how many times he said wrong? We didn't say wrong today. We actually get to look at some of the questions. All right, so hopefully that cord works. It's kind of weird here. It's I got 5 cameras. I have all these wires all over the place because every once in a while you got to plug them in. Okay, so what was I saying? AEO. All right, so here's your high, drops, recovers, drops, recovers, drops. Right here, I'm kind of interested in what's going on here. Okay, the last couple of days. The phone is crying out of juice. Yes, Hasa Pfeffer it is. It overheats. Okay, the battery discharges quick and she overheats. What the hell's with that? You know, you spend all this money for a phone and you expect it to last without it falling apart. All right, last 30 days, here we are. Okay, so here's our last 30 days. Check it out. We go up, hit our 30-day high. Market maker takes it away from us. Profit taking, same thing. She drops, up, drops, up, drops, up. What went on here? Okay, that thing hypothetically should have kept on going up. Should have. Okay? But it didn't. Today she pulled back a little bit. Why is that? Well, I don't know either. It's only 10:30. We got another hour to go. Whew, getting a little tired. My shoulder's almost back. I'd say about 75%. Still hurts lifting it up. All right, let's take a gander. All right, so that's AEO. What does AEO usually do this time of year? Well, normally, here we are right here. She's going to go sideways. Okay. I don't mind. I mean, I do have it at 23.60. Okay. It doesn't. It's not, mine's not even showing on the chart at this moment. Okay, here we are right here. Okay, so 23.60 right there. Okay, so here's where the stock is right now. This is where I own it. Hey, stocks go up, stocks go down. I bought it at a certain point and it started going down. Look, see, here's where it was. Now it's slowly going down. So here's where it is now, but I still own it at this price. Yet I'm still making close to 1%. Why? Well, because I sold the 2150s this week. Okay, so if I bought it at 23.60, but I sold the 2150s. Why? Because the 2150 was giving me 1%. Even though the stock is dropping, that's why I keep my eye on it. So as it's dropping, I don't mind dropping my strike price. I don't want to drop my strike price too close to where the current action is. I want to be far enough away where I'm still safe, but I'm still bringing money in. That's a lot of screen between. Yeah, I get that, Angel. What if no one pays for the premium? Well, Picaris, that's an interesting question, right? And that's not the way it works, okay? What about snow? Gallant, we're going to take a look at snow so I can tell you no. I haven't said no to you in a while, but I'm going to when it comes to snow. All right, so what was he just saying? Oh, what if nobody buys the premiums? Well, here's the funny thing about premiums. If you go into a corner store, okay, any store, and you say a gallon of milk, $4.50. Okay, you get the gallon of milk and you take it for $4.50. Well, that's basically the exact same thing. If the market maker is posting the price, he has to fill it at that price, unless, of course, you put it in as a limit order. As a market order, the market maker is required to fill it instantaneously. As soon as it comes to his desk, he's required by law. Yep, it is a law. Market maker is required by law to fill it. A limit order, though, it can sit on the market maker's screen for hours and he'll fill it if he feels like it. So that instance, it may be filled or may not be filled. But a market order has to be filled instantaneously. All right, Gallants, let's take a look at snow because I'm dying to say no to you. That's a no, S-O-N-W. 129, the 128, the 129. Ah, crap, is paying a nice dividend. They're paying a nice premium. Let's take a look at what the dividends look like on snow. Oh, that my imagination? Let's go to historical data. Historical data. Historical prices. Dividends only. Oh, look at this, Gallant. There are no dividends for the selected time period. Snow is a no. Even if it is on Warren Buffett's list, it's still a no. Okay. Yeah, I know it's on Warren Buffett's list. Okay. But if there are no dividend, for me, it's a no. Okay. If you want to do it, well, let's take a look at the numbers. You know, if you want to do it. But for me, no, I wouldn't do it. Okay. So here we are. 128.89. The 129s are going for 288. That's a nice premium. Okay, that's almost 2%. Actually, that is 2%. All right, great. For next week, that's 2% for snow. Okay, where's the high? Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is, and that's the direction it's going. So let's take a gander. Yep, you do you. That's right. I'm just taking a look at I'm just reading the numbers, brother. So if you like it, great. All right. So a year ago today, snow's at 175, 774 at 99. Okay. Hits a top in the first week of February. Okay. From there, she gaps down. That's a big gap from 231 down to 182. That's a $50 drop on a $220 stock. $50. That's 20 something, 25%. It's like not quite 25%, maybe like 24, 23%. That's a big drop. That's over 20% drop. All right, fine. It keeps on dropping, going down. Last 30 days. Here we go. Last 30 days. Here you go. 30 days goes to 30-day high. She drops. Yesterday was the 30-day bottom. Okay, today was an up day. Great. One more update, and it's an invitation to jump on in. But remember this, as the stock goes down, what do you get? You get nothing because they don't have any dividends. That's why Snow is a no for me. Now, if you like price action, which is what we're seeing here, here's your 30-day high, here's your 30-day low yesterday. Today was an update. If tomorrow's another update, great. That's your invitation. Okay, if you like Snow. Me, it's a no. Snow had bad news that day, almost as bad as GL. Basically just missing the dividend. Yeah, basically. Don't get me wrong. The numbers look great. 2%. Okay, she's going down. Here's the bottom right here. Great opportunity because you can't get any lower than it was yesterday. And of course, unless it goes drop down tomorrow again. You just don't know. Okay, now somebody wanted to look at Dell. Oh, wait a second. Before we do that, what does this thing normally do this time of year? Normally, this time of year for Snow, okay, we're right here. Okay, so Snow is going to dip a little bit and then shoot up the second week. The second week of July. Okay. I'm starting to reach into different strategies. Gallant, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay. Is purchasing 2 weeks prior to the EX date a hard rule? Well, for me, it is. Okay. For me, I like to keep the strategy exact the way I created it 15 years ago. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Okay. I like to keep it exact. I look 2 weeks before the EX date, and then I jump in at the morning. All right, how much do news play into your decisions? Absolutely none at all. Okay, Sig Cross, I don't listen to news at all. Okay? Because, you get the establishment. Let's call the news the establishment because they basically control what the country does. Okay, and they're usually always pushing the annual percentage return. Annual percentage return. I'm not into that. I like weekly returns. You say weekly returns to a banker and they look at you weird, or an investment advisor. Yeah, you can draw 4% off that a year. No, I want 1% a week, and they look at you weird because it's not normal. What I'm doing here is unheard of. I've never heard of anybody investing for weekly returns other than day traders, and I don't do that. Okay, I do my trading predictably. Okay, safe, predictable, consistent, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. All right, well, that being said, if you like Snow, well, there's the numbers right there. It's numbers and logic only. There you go, Gallant. But if and when it goes down, you're not collecting anything. As long as you know that, it's okay. What other techniques do you use? Time for a smoke. Yeah, I don't smoke. Sorry. That's my son in the other room. He's sick. Okay, so that all being said, let's take a gander at Dell. Dell. D-E-L-L. Dell. Interesting. Okay, Dell. 138. Sorry, 136.85. So the 137, you got to be kidding me. Is that right? 420 for Dell? No, that's probably why right there. But still, that's almost a 3% return. That's like that's great that you're looking after your, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I try to stay healthy. Dell looks great, it does. What other technical indicators do you use? All right, Sig Cross, you're not going to be happy when I tell you. Yes, Dell looks interesting for next week. Sig, you ready for this? All right, because most people that have been here for a while, they know what my indicators are. Indicator number one, how often has the company increased its dividends? That's indicator number one. Indicator number two, does the company have weekly options? Well, there's number two. Number three, what date? What is the date in which they pay their dividends? That's it, three. I look at the consistency of increased dividends, do they have weekly options, and when are they paying their dividend? Then I only look at them. Okay, hold on a second. Let me give you a quick little showy. Okay, here's the month of June. Okay, Kraft Heinz, Bank of America, General Motors, Coca-Cola, Boyd Gaming, Hewlett-Packard, Occidental Petroleum, Paramount, Mondelez, American Express, Globe Life. Okay, now whenever they getting ready to pay their dividend, I want to go 2 weeks before, because the stocks have a tendency to go up before the dividend is paid. So I jump in 2 weeks before the dividend. I grab an at the money call, sell it, and then I do a covered call on it, and I usually get my 1% safe, predictable, consistently every single week. Now, is it guaranteed? No, it's not. How have I done this year? Well, this year I missed my 1% 4 times. Okay, I got a 0.7, a 0.8, a 0.85, and a 0.95. But I'm still up over 31%, and we're only into week number 26. This is week 26. So at the end of this week, we're officially halfway through the year. Okay, because next Monday starts the third quarter. Okay, so if there's 52 weeks in a year, 1% per week, I should be at 26, but I'm not. I'm at 31. Okay, so I'm well over 1% per week on average. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to make my 50% this year. KHC, thank you, Sig. I got BMY on Monday, looking good so far. All right, we'll take a look at Bristol Myers Squibb. All right, right now we're looking at Dell. Okay, so let's continue looking at Dell before we move on to BMY, Bristol Myers Squibb. Put me in a 3-month holding pattern. Hassan Pfeffer, sorry, dude. But it's Bristol Myers Squibb. They've been in business for over 100 years. They are a dividend king. They've increased their dividends for 5 decades. Every single year, year after year after year, higher and higher and higher and higher dividends. Okay? Pat Wiley, which is better, Verizon or AT&T? Who is your favorite professional investor? Okay, I don't play that game. Sorry. I have no idea who investors are. Invest to fix your screen instead. There's nothing wrong with my screen. It looks perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Why does Walgreens keep going down? Well, Jerry, I don't know. I was just going to ask about AT&T. Well, Robbie, we'll take a look at AT&T and Verizon after we do Dell. Okay? It's an often question I get. Is Verizon better than AT&T? Well, AT&T's been in business for over 100 years. He needs to invest to fix his eyes. Okay, Robbie Z, cool. All right, so Dell. Dell's paying a nice fat premium. Look at it. 136.85. The 137 is going for 420. That's almost 3% for the week. What does that tell me? AT&T has both? I have no idea what you mean by both. I thought you said Walgreens wouldn't go any lower. I didn't say that. Hold that thought. Okay, Walgreens made its 7-year low a month ago. That was the low of the year. Okay? Bank of America, Chris? Okay, so let's take a quick gander at DJT is not going to be on the list for another 19 years. Why do you like using TikTok? It's simple, it's easy, and the reach is just wonderful. Now, I've been on YouTube for over 12 years. I've been on Facebook for over 15 years. Instagram, I've been on for over 3 years. TikTok, I've been on TikTok for a year and a half. I get 14,000 people following me on TikTok. In Facebook, I have almost no one on Facebook channel and almost no one on the YouTube channel. Instagram, I got what, 5? So you figure it out. Who keeps coffee? That's my son. He's sick as a dog. BMY trade this week is one of my better ones for this strategy. All right, Galans. Chris, we're going to take a look at Bank of America. Just sit tight. We're taking a look at Dell. All right, hold on. Okay, here's the high. Here's the low. This is the direction. This is the area I want to take a look at. What is it doing the last couple of weeks? What stock would you recommend investing in for now? I can't really tell you that because I don't know who you are and I don't know what your area is, and I don't make recommendations. I just show numbers. I show numbers and I interpret the charts in which way I think they're going. Okay, so Dell at this moment in time, the last 90 days. Here you go. 90 days ago today. Here we are. Here's the bottom. She shoots up, pulls back, shoots up again, and then now we're here. Okay, so what does that usually mean? Well, let's look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days will give us an idea of which direction this thing is going to go. All right, so 30 days ago, we're at 155. She shoots up to 180. Well, great. Market maker takes all that profit away from you. We've talked about this many times. Makes a bottom here, recover, bottom, recover, bottom again, right here. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, it looks as if it should come down a little bit more before she turns around and goes back up. Hypothetically speaking. Listen, watch, and investigate. You got that? Good times. You need to invert your screen. Good times. No, I don't. Because I got 5 cameras going. If I invert the screen on TikTok, that means I have 4 cameras going one direction, 1 camera going the opposite direction. This screen here is live on YouTube. You want a good view of this screen? Go to the 10minutetrader.com on YouTube. It is live because I can almost guarantee you cannot see what these numbers are right here on your phone or on your iPad. Okay, so if I'm pointing to these numbers, you can't see them. That's why this is live on YouTube. You can go to YouTube. Okay, you got that? Are these companies you believe in and understand? All right. Good times. Nope. Good times. Just watch on YouTube. Yes, you can't. I have no idea what yes, you can't means. What? What's VHIA? Never heard of it. Okay. All right. So that's Dell. What does Dell normally do this time of year? Well, for that, we need the seasonality chart. For that, here we go. Seasonality. Tra-la-la. Now, that is pretty much flat if you think about it. Look at that. That's pretty much flat. That ain't going anywhere. Any good OTC stocks? No. SAV8, Vinny, never heard of it. Cryptocurrency, yep. How did you learn what you know? Are you a financial advisor? Nope, not a financial advisor. I'm a nobody. I'm a random guy on YouTube, and you should never listen to a random guy on YouTube. Okay, so what I'm telling you, okay, you take it for whatever you want it to be. Okay, do you ever short stocks? No, I don't. Okay, I only buy good quality stocks. Okay, rule number 1. Let me go in a second. The brightness on your screen makes it terribly blurry. Sorry about that. What was I going to say? Oh, okay, now, for those of you that are new here, this strategy was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 08, 09. Okay, back in that area. It had to be simple. It had to be safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. You see that? 5 criteria. So I came up with 5 rules. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't know or you don't understand. LSXM, never heard it, don't understand it, never would invest in it. Never buy something you don't know, you don't understand, and you don't want to hold long term. Dell, I got no problem with it. Okay, LSXMA, never heard of it. Sorry, was that Raul? Or Roll? I don't know that one. Raul. Anyway, yeah, that's a no. Okay, I never heard of it, so why would I put my money into it? Okay, so if I've never heard of it, more than likely it doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. Okay, so let's go to the rules again. Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company has 20 years of increased dividends. Hassan Pfeffer, 20 years of increased dividends. Okay, ADDYY is okay. No, it ain't. Because if it was okay, I would have heard of it. 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Have you used Top Step or Apex? Never heard of either one of those. Okay, now I've been trading for 20 years and I've basically been using Think or Swim for most of that time frame. Adidas. Okay, what is the ticker symbol for Adidas? Okay, no? Nobody knows the ticker symbol for Adidas? It's a funded account platform. No idea what that means. ADDYY, ADDYY. It has no options. That is a no. Okay? If it had, okay, but 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Hassan Pfeffer, you've been here long enough. 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Adidas doesn't have any options. That is a no. Okay, so where were we? Oh, can we check BMY trade for Monday? Didn't we already look at BMY? Good times, AFRM, affirm. Yeah, that one's a no. We looked at that one. In simple terms, you can use it to use someone else's money to trade. Okay, what would be the advantage to that? Because I'm pretty damn good at what I do. I make 50% per year. Hassan Pfeffer, Bristol Myers Squibb. We already looked at BMY. Okay, we already looked at it. 42.50 to 42.50 is going for 57 cents. Great, that works. Okay, look at the chart. Here's the high. Here's the bottom. This is the direction it's going. Let's look at the last 30 days. The last 30 days, right there. Okay, 30 days ago. We already talked about this. Look, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, see where it is now? Here's the 30-day high. Here's where we were today. More than likely, she's going to come down. PBR, they have good dividends. What's your thoughts? A new follower, eBay. Ooh, I like eBay. We haven't looked at eBay in a while. Hold on a second. Like, you can use a $60,000 account, someone else's money, and have less risk to make more profit. That sounds interesting, but what do I get? If I'm trading someone else's money, what am I getting out of it? And what are they getting out of it? And how do you qualify for trading someone else's money? That's an interesting question. Because I do trade other people's money at the moment, and I do get a portion of their profits. But, you know, that's a side deal. New follower, eBay. We'll take a look at eBay in a second. We were going to take a look at AT&T and Verizon and do a comparison between the two. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Okay, so are you satisfied with Bristol Myers Squibb? Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah, where's she going next? Yeah, she's coming down. Not guaranteeing that. What does she usually do this time of year? Bristol Myers Squibb usually just goes sideways. But you can't fight the trend. The trend is basically, what are the other buyers? That's you and me. You and me, we're the buyers and the sellers. What are the other buyers and sellers doing? Well, here's a good question. Okay, you got your bottom right here, your 30-day bottom, 39.61. The 30-day top is 43. That's a $4.40 increase on a $30 stock. Okay, or a $40 stock. That's a 10% increase in a week. So here to here is a 10% increase in a week. Of course, there's going to be profit taking. Okay, here, so there's going to be profit taking tomorrow. That's just my guess. Okay, I could be wrong. I have been wrong many times. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. Okay, Little Sharp PG, Little Sharp G. You know, send me a DM. I'm kind of interested in that. See how it works. All right, so eBay, really? Let's get a quick look at eBay. We haven't looked at eBay in a while. eBay. Yeah, eBay is going to be a no. Okay, reason why eBay is a no. Look, here's your 30-day bottom. Here's your 30-day top. It's going to the downside. Okay, eBay may be in a couple of weeks after it comes back down to here to turn around and go back up again. eBay's at 53.69. The 54 is going 60. Okay, it's still giving me 1%. I like it. It's giving me 1%. But look where it is. Here's the high. Yeah, she's going to keep coming down a little bit. Sorry, that's just my take on eBay. All right, so let's go some of these questions that I'm missing out on. Oh, wow, did I miss all these? Okay. Energy transfer. Can you give some perspective on what kind of return long-term you give? I don't give anything yet because I am starting a new corporation. It's going to be an investment company, and I'll probably be giving out 20% per year. So you invest in my company and you get 20% per year. Okay, that's not going to be for a few more months, maybe sometime next year. They give you a cut of the profits. Yeah, I get that. But I'm kind of curious what cut of the profits. I mean, right now I'm making 10% profits off of every, people I trade for. In guessing dividend stock with a lowercase d is not you. Yeah, okay. So who's that? Got 34 problems? Yeah, 34 problems. Okay, so 80 to 90%. Cool beans. I'm going to have to check that out. All right, so yes, interesting question. There are 24, because we picked up 2 more this week, 24 people pretending to be me on this website and others. But you have to pass an evaluation phase. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Send me the link. I'm interested in that. Seriously, I am. Because I can do this. I can, oh, never mind. Let's keep on going. Your options. All right. I have no idea what you're talking about, my options. I'm missing part of that conversation. You cannot go below a 5% to 10% drawdown. Okay, works for me. Look into Top Step. It's very interesting and easy to do. Okay, Little Sharp G, never heard of Top Step. Send me the details. I'd be interested in finding. I'm waiting for a $39 entry fee for Verizon. Just missed it recently. All right, so we're going to take a look at compare Verizon to AT&T because, some strange reason people want to do that. AT&T is over 100 years old. AT&T is a big fat no. Do you see that really quick? Why is it a no? Well, it's at the high of the year. I don't do high of the year. It's kind of like, think of it this way. I'm standing on top of a ladder waiting for someone to bring me a taller ladder. It's going to an area where it's never been this year. Uncharted territory. It's never been at 19 this year. So what would make me think that it could go to 19? Well, it could, but look at your bottom. Your bottom's way down here at 17. Now we're way up here. Okay? That's a nice run up. Well, there's high probability. The higher it goes, the higher the probability of profit taking. All right, and if I was going to do AT&T, the 19s are going for 8 cents because right now it's at 18.75. Okay, the 19 going for 8 cents, not even 0.5%. That's a big fat no. Okay, so let's look at Verizon, VZ. Okay, Verizon's not an immediate no, but Verizon 41, the 41 is going for 42 cents. Well, I'm getting my 1% on Verizon. That's a pretty much a no-brainer. Let's take a look at the last few weeks. Well, unfortunately, look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's coming down at the moment. So Verizon would be good, not next week, but the week after. 2 weeks. So I'm going to put Verizon down to take a look at it, not next week, but the week after. VZ. All right. So that's my take on both of them. Okay, AT&T is an absolute no because it's at the high of the year. Verizon, okay, the high of the 30-day period is here. Okay, look at the previous high. The previous high was back on 422. Okay, and it broke it here. Now she dropped. Now she shoots back up again, and it challenged it. Didn't quite make it. Okay, look, 1, 2, 3. That's your high. Okay, Verizon is not worth $42. Look. 41.75 didn't make it. 41.75 didn't make it. 41.75 didn't make it. Okay, so apparently it's not worth $42 because if it was worth $42, it would have hit $42, but it didn't. Okay, up 41 and change, down, up, 41 and change, down, up, 41 and change. Nope, not making that 42. So now it's on the way to the downside. So Verizon will be good in 2 weeks, in my humble opinion. Okay, don't listen to me. Take a piece of paper, write it down. Verizon, take a look at Verizon in 2 weeks. Well, where's it going to be? And then, what is the premiums going to be? Okay, I'm waiting for 39 entry for Verizon. Yeah, that's probably going to be a couple of weeks. Good value right now. The EX date is not coming up that soon. Okay. Invite Power to Publish to join a live. I would love to invite Power to Publish to it. Let's see if it is actually him. Invitation sent. Let's see if it is him, because I was on his live once, asked him a couple of questions. He didn't like my questions, by the way. Top has a test you can do for a couple of days to show them you are a consistent trader. Cool. Little Sharp G, that's how you can borrow money from them. Cool beans. Have you ever broken one of your rules? Yes, I have. But do your own due diligence and question their support. Well, of course I would. All right. Have you ever? Yes, I have broken my rules. Did you get burned or did it work out fine? Nope. Anytime I broke my rules, I always got burned. Will do, Sharp G. Okay. What do you pay on that profit taking? Well, I'm not quite sure exactly what you mean. Bullish in Seattle. I thought it was like bullshit in Seattle. But anyway, bullish in Seattle, bullshit in Seattle. Same thing, right? All right, PPL. What do you pay on the trade profit take? Okay, you really got to tell me, what do you mean by that? Okay, now when I trade for other people, I get 10% of their profits. Okay, now they make 50% per year, so I get 10% of that. So let's say it's a $100,000 account and they make 1,000 a week. I'd get 100 a week. They make 900 a week. I don't know if that makes sense. So if you make 500 a week, I get 50 bucks. Okay, you make 2,000 a week, I get 200 bucks. PPL, what the heck is PPL? Is that what I think it is, PPL? That's a no. Sorry, PPL is a monthly. Okay, if you don't know the difference between monthly options and weekly options, I suggest you sit and chill, absorb a little bit more. Okay, San Antonio, back again, are you? What are the names of your two screens? Really? The name of my two screens? Hold on a second. Okay, screen number one. I don't even know what the name of that screen is. But this is the option chain. Okay, this is all the stock information. Okay, this is the option chain. What's your company called and the minimum investment amount? You best bet is to email me or text me. Okay, to my email. Go to the 10-minute trader, send me the information that you're asking. Okay, but the company's not gonna, I'm not ready to sell shares yet. I'll probably next year. Okay, because I have to do a whole year of testing. So I actually share what I make in the two accounts that I share publicly. One account is all cash account, one account's a margin account. So the cash account is up to 31% already so far since the beginning of the year. The margin account is up to 60% so far at the beginning of the year. So the people that actually buy the shares in my company, which is going to be very pricey, just to let you know, it's going to be a private company. Okay, it's not going to be public. And then, yeah, I think it's going to be 20% per year. I'm thinking that's what I'm leaning towards, because I'm going to have a very difficult time having the insurance company insure it if I'm guaranteeing 20% returns. Okay, something we're not. Okay, North Papa John, we're not. North Papa John, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, would you buy Verizon in a week or two if they didn't have a dividend scheduled for 2 weeks later or 2 weeks after? Okay, Joe, that's an awesome question. And the answer is going to be yes, I would. It would depend on the numbers. Okay, now, I like Verizon. Verizon's one of the top of my list. Verizon is even on Warren Buffett's list. So it kind of takes precedent over some of the other ones. And if it's giving me 2%, I look forward to it and wish you all the best in your business ventures. Well, Telcado, thank you very much for that. Solana, you actually got to give me the ticker symbol, because when you blurt out company names and I've never heard of them, I don't know what the ticker symbol is, but I pretty much can say no to Solana because I don't know where they are. AGNC, do it, Jamie Jones. AGNC, we're gonna do it. $9.67. Now AGNC is on my list. Okay. What do you think about Pepsi? I love Pepsi. However, Pepsi gives terrible premiums, like 0.5%. So I think I bought Pepsi like maybe 2 or 3 times in 20 years because the premiums change. Okay, I'll take a look at it, okay, but usually they're terrible. You're looking at AGNC at the moment, 971. So the 10 is going for, yeah, that's going to be a no. Sorry. If the numbers don't work, it's going to be a no. That's a no. Sorry, AGNC is a no. Pepsi. Pepsi is usually always a no. So is Coca-Cola. 166.98. So looking at the 167s, 108. That's not 1%, dude. Terribly sorry. Okay. Would you buy Verizon? Yeah, we already talked about that. Do you do options too? Well, that's exactly what we're talking about, options. Should I hold my BMY for Monday until Friday? Probably closing that tomorrow. All right. Now, Gallant, we looked at this 4 times already. Okay. Bristol Myers Squibb. Okay. Here's your bottom. Here's a previous 30-day bottom. She goes up, pulls back. 30-day top, pulls back. Now we're here. Okay. Now, I don't know what you jumped in at, but when it hits a high, if you don't take your profit, nobody ever went broke taking profits, Gallant. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. Okay, so I don't know where you are with BMY, but from here, the 30-day bottom, the new 30-day bottom, to here, which is challenging the new 30-day top, okay, the new 30-day top. Okay, there's a slight possibility she could go up a little bit more tomorrow, but odds and probabilities showing it coming down and taking away some of that profits that have gained over the past couple of weeks, past couple of days. Okay, but wait to see what she opens up in the morning. You know, tomorrow morning, if you're going to be with us in the morning, let me know. We'll take a gander at it. AGNC. All right, we just looked at AGNC, and AGNC was a no. Sorry, Jamie. Uh-oh, I missed some questions. I don't like it when it jumps like that. I do options too. Yep. Okay, we just talked about that. We talked about that. BSX. Islander. Really? You want me to take a look at BSX? That's a no. That was quick, wasn't it? 2 reasons it's a no. Look, at the high, and it's a monthly. Monthlies are always a no. Monthlies never pay a decent premium. Okay, so here's the premium right now. 77.10. The 77.50s are going for 107, 110. Okay, great. That's over 1%. But you got to take that 1% and divide it by 4 because you got to hold it for 4 weeks. Then you've got to figure out, well, here she is now close to the high of the year. Okay, in 4 weeks, is she still going to be here? I'm saying no. Look at it. This is ripe for profit taking. Look, back in October, it's at 48. Now she's at 77. That's almost 80% increase. 80% in the last 8 months. And you don't think there's going to be profit taking? Wow. Sorry about that. Yeah, so BSX is a no. Sorry. Amercon, are you really interesting? Are you really interesting? I like that you refer to charts and spreads. Thank you. Okay. Nino, What app do I use? This is not an app. This is a trading platform called Think or Swim, and it's offered through Charles Schwab. Okay, my suggestion is go online to thinkorswim.com, download this onto your computer. Don't use the online version. Don't use the mobile version. The mobile version is too congested. Too much crap going on there on your phone. The online version doesn't have as many perks as the downloadable version. Okay, and the downloadable version has so many cool things. Really, it does. But it's called Thinkorswim. Now, Charles Schwab will let you use it for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, but then eventually they're going to want you to, fund your account and actually do trading with Charles Schwab, which most of my accounts are with Thinkorswim because I just like the platform. Sol, S-O-L. O-L. Never heard of Sol. That's a no. Who came up with that one? London? London, you keep giving me one after another. Okay. Solano is crypto, and that's a no. I don't do crypto. So if you guys ever get emails from me, okay, or hypothetically from me, asking me to send you money or from me telling you what an awesome crypto opportunity we have, yeah, that ain't me. There's 24. I'm just one person. I'm here, I'm live, you know what I sound like. Now, if you really want to talk to me, I tell you to send me your phone number and I'll give you a call. Because you can post it right here saying, hey, does he actually call? Yes, I do. Okay, send me a number, I'll give you a call, we'll have a chat. But if you get an email or text saying, hey, I want you to send money or I want you to do this, I want you to, yeah, that ain't me. I'm old school. I insist on actually talking to people. I'm not talking about emails and texts, that crap. No, I mean, pick up the phone, old school, and reach. Remember that AT&T commercial? Reach out and touch someone. Yeah, that's me. Do you have a video on how to set up and use Thinkorswim? As a matter of fact, I do. Go to my YouTube channel, which would be, let's do this real quick. YouTube, tra la 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 la. Okay, we're going to YouTube. Hold on one second. My channel, right there. Say my channel. There it is. Videos, right there. Videos. And we want to go to the oldest videos. Okay, there's the oldest videos right there. That's the little princess. Remember I told you I created this for my 9-year-old? Okay, that's her right there. Stock trading with JC. Where is it? Oh, they're blocked, aren't they? Damn it. Nope. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Oh, nope. We want to go to members area. Hold on a second. Members area, right there. Video intro. Okay, 10 to 20 checks per month. That's a video. Dividends on steroids. That's JC Lynn right there. How to open a trading account on Thinkorswim. Right there. There's another video. What are dividends? Another video. Setting up your trading account with Thinkorswim. Oh, live trading. So if you want to actually join the live. Making your first trade, getting familiar with Thinkorswim. Yeah, these videos are like 15 years old. Okay, so we have to simplify chart reading, maintaining and correcting. But yeah, that's the members area. So let's get out of there. And that's the 10minutetrader.com. And the videos with the little princess. She actually said hi a little while ago.
JC, and you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad doesn't like me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that help you get the best return on your money.
In February, there's over 21 days. Company paying out dividends. That was me 12 years ago. How to keep her entertained. You know, she was like 9 years old. How do you keep a 9-year-old entertained? All right. Funny thing is, I still have that shirt. Okay, see that shirt? I actually still have that shirt from 12 years ago. It's got a bunch of holes in it now because wear and tear. But yeah, that was old videos that we used to do. All right, so back to where we were. Yeah, SOL is going to be a no. How do I feel about SCHD? Hornet, you missed it last night. We did a comparison between SCHD, VOO, QQQ. There's a couple other ones. The ETFs. No to all of them. SCHD. Do you want to know why I don't like SCHD? I'm going to show you right here why I don't like SCHD. SCHD. Okay? This is one of the main reasons I don't like SCHD. Okay, we're going to go to Yahoo Finance. It gives us all this fun information. Look at this. SCHD. Okay, Hornet, you ready for this? You're putting your money into a machine, electronically traded funds or exchange traded funds, all the same thing. Okay? You see that number? 3.4% return. Let me repeat it so you get it. 3.4% return. You can put your money into government bonds and get 5%, which is almost twice as much. 5% on government bonds, but yet you want to put it in with a machine? Okay? It's like, hey, I'm too lazy to do my own trading, you do it. Okay, so I'm showing you here safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Number one, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. 3.4%, oh, hell no. Hell no. 3.4% for the year? Yeah, no thank you. Okay? I can do, let's take Macy's. Macy's, we all know who Macy's is. Look at this. I can buy Macy's at $19.34, sell the 1950s, and get 30 cents per share. What is 30 cents per share on a $19 stock? Clear this. 30 cents per share divided by 1934, 19.34. That comes to a grand total of 1.5%. What are your thoughts on Deeswell Industries, Commonwealth, DSL, Nordic? Yep. There's going to be a no to both of them. Sorry. Now, if I've never, okay, here's the thing. I've been trading for over 20 years. Okay, I'm on twice a day for the past 4 years. Twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. All right. Now, if there's a stock company that has increased its dividends for 20 consecutive years and has weekly options, okay, 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options, and you think I haven't caught it already, be more than glad to take a look. As a matter of fact, this is what you guys show me. Okay, take a look at this list. Okay, here's the list of everything from this week. Here's everything from last week. Here's everything from the week before. Here's everything from the week before. I can keep going. I have a whole bunch of pages. Okay, week after week after week, you guys rattle off all these stocks for me to take a look at. And I can tell you, since January, the first week of January, I've been doing this for 6 months. I have pages every single week. They look like that. There's only 2 stocks that I had missed. Okay, 2. Only 2. One was Whirlpool, and the other one, I believe, was GIS, which is General Mills. Those are the only 2 I've missed. Okay, so what you just rattled off, no, I've never heard of them. They wouldn't make my list. If that's what you want to do, great. So, Hornet, terribly sorry to burst your bubble on that. But if I can buy Macy's, all right, and Macy's is giving me 1.5% for 1 week, why would I do SCHD if it's giving me 3.5% for the year? Because if I get 1% a week from Macy's, that's over 50% per year. You're putting your money in SCHD saying, here, I'm too lazy to take responsibility for my own money. You do it. And then you give it to a machine, and the machine trades the money and gives you 3.5% for the year. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. So SCHD is a no. VOO is a no. Most ETFs are a no. To me, I don't trust a machine as far as I can throw it. How about Coca-Cola? I love Coca-Cola and Johnson & Johnson. Okay? However, Coca-Cola, KO, exactly like Pepsi, 64, the 64 is going for 49 cents, not even 1%. It's a little bit over 0.5%, but not much. Johnson & Johnson, exact same thing. Okay? Johnson & Johnson, 146, the 147 is going for 125. That's closer to 1%, but not quite there. Okay, and look where it is. She's in a little bit of a drought. So Johnson & Johnson, okay, look, here's your 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She's up, she's down, she's up, she's coming down. Okay, I'd wait a couple more days before looking at Johnson & Johnson. That's just, Hasbro. Ooh, Hasbro. That one's on my list. I haven't looked at Hasbro for a while. Okay, Hasbro's a no because it's a monthly. 5803, 5750s, yep. I'm losing 50 cents, so I'm getting $1.25. So $1.25 is 1.5%. But you gotta divide that 1.5% by 4. It just never work. Hello, all right. I missed a lot of these questions. Sorry, guys. I gotta go backwards. Chubb. Ooh, I like Chubb. C-U-B. Chubb. C-H-U-B. Hey, Chubb's not coming up, which is kind of weird. All right. When I go to the 10-minute trader, I can't find how to join to see your trades. Or how do I join? Okay, Joe. Now I'm going to apologize because, whoop, that ain't it. Because as I've been saying for the past couple of months, that 10-minute trader, here it is right here. Okay, it's a brand new website. When I say brand new, I haven't checked out all the links to see if they work. I haven't checked out and see if the videos actually go there. Okay, but what I do know works is this form here. This form actually works. That's about all that works that I know of. Okay, and no, the join now link is not here. Okay, so like I said, my original website was like 15 years old. This one's brand new last week. I'm supposed to be looking at all the details. There's a few things I want to change on it. I don't really like the landing page. I like this right here. Dividend investing. Have you seen this? 50% ROI. Can that be right? I don't know. It sounds interesting. Learn more right here. So click there. Whatever. That's what we are talking about, options. Yep, we're talking about options. Okay, so sorry, Joe. If you could send me a DM, I'll walk you through whatever you need. But to the website, it's going to take a couple more weeks for me to get it up and running properly, because I have to rely on other people to do it for me, because I don't know how to do it myself. What else we got? What's Verizon's weekly covered call? Did we go to Verizon's? At 41, the 41 is going for 42. Yeah, it's about only 1%. Okay, but as we talked about Verizon was a no only because, okay, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's starting to the downside. So if you're buying Verizon tomorrow or the next day, just be leery that she's in a downward trend. Okay, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. Okay, I read you stuff. You check it yourself. We're all adults here. We should all check and double check everything I say. Don't believe a word I say. What the hell do I know? Okay, but if you're interested in Verizon, right there, 41.02. The 41s are going for 42 cents. That's only 1%. That's all it is. A couple more questions. BMY volume is great. Yes, it is. DJT doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. It's a brand new company. It's going to be a no. Oh, NLY, that's a good one. Step to don't. Okay, 101 music. Septo don't. I have no idea what that means. Okay, so now I invited Power to Publish to join. I sent him an invite, and he didn't want to come on. Invite sent. How can I get on base? Bobby, best thing to do, DM me with your phone number. I'll give you a call. Okay? All right, London, DJT, Ecom 86, DJT. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like the idea. I like the concept. However, they are too young of a company to have 20 years of increased dividends. Sam Parker, how are you today? Joe, do you ever do covered calls in stocks that doesn't pay a dividend but does pay high premiums? Nope. Sorry, Joe, because here's the thing. Now, hopefully my explanation is relatively simple and easy. Okay. Okay. Let's check out Verizon. Okay. Here we are here at 37. Then we're at 31. Okay. Then we're at 34. Then we're at 30. Then we go up. Then we go down. Then we go up. Then we go down. Then we go up. Then we go down. So when the stock is going down, what are you collecting? How can I earn 50% in 6 months? Sam Parker, I can't help you out with that. Okay. All right. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your risk factors are. I don't give advice. I don't give recommendations. I just give my opinions. I read numbers because the numbers are what the numbers are. Okay. I'm not making them up. I'm just reading them. Okay. The bid, the ask. Well, the ask is 41. If I buy it at 41, strike price for a covered call at 41 is 42 cents. 42 cents is more than 1% of a $41 stock. That's about all I can do for you. Okay? I can't really tell you what to buy, what not to buy. Okay, next on the list, Recon. DJT is a no unless you are a gambler, but I love Trump. Okay. PBR, interesting. Thoughts on Coney? Coney was one of those stocks we looked at last night, and it was a big fat no. The numbers just don't work. Sorry. Why is there no trading on Thursday? It's the 4th of July. Sounds like weeklies are just like European. No, European options you can only exercise on the date of expiration, as far as I understand, unless they've changed it. But here in the United States, you can exercise your option anytime you feel like it. Do you do any spread trades? Yes, I do, but not on this trading platform, not in this trading account. Okay, I have 6 different accounts. I only share 2 with you guys. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. Hasbro. Ooh, I like Hasbro. Johnson & Johnson, we already looked at that one. Fresenius Kabi. Never heard of it. PBR pay dividends? Probably. When did you start investing? Back in the 90s. That's awesome. A younger you. Yeah, that was me. FUTU. I have no idea what that means. Still on hold. All right, Michael, I have no idea what we're talking about. Still on hold. Futures, no dividends. Yep. Is 3.4 adjusted for dividends? Your residence, I have no idea what we're talking about. Only 2 pages. Is 3.5 adjusted for dividends? Which stock are we talking about? All right, Marathon Mom. Mickey D's. MCD. That ain't right. Interesting. 257. The 257 is going for 295. But if you look at the last 30 days, Mom, here's your 30-day high, your 30-day bottom. She jumps up, pulls back, up, pull back, up. It's time for a pullback. She's more than likely going to drop to 254, 252 before she goes back up again. That's just my thought. Okay, just my thoughts. Not a guarantee. Okay, the numbers, 257.80 to 257.50s are going for 295. That's a nice price. That will give you your 1% for the week. Okay, but look at the chart. What is the chart telling you? The chart's telling me, not today, not this week. Okay, we're past 11:30. Let's finish up these questions. Wow, that list is massive. All right, thank you. Best AI company to invest in? Can't help you out with that one. The example was you mentioned about ETF. You said better get government bonds. Yeah. No, that was the dividends. Okay. That was your return. That was your yield. So you buy the company stock, and this is what the yield they give you, 3.5%. Okay, that's the dividends. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Is there a way to get your list of 300 stocks that have increased their dividends for over 20 years? Joe, absolutely. You ready? You got a paper, pencil? Ready? Here it goes. It's going to be quick. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and Warren Buffett's list. Go to Google, Dividend Kings list 2024. Dividend Aristocrats list 2024. Dividend Champions list 2024. Warren Buffett's list 2024. Dividend Contenders list 2024. There's over 300 companies right there that all have 20 years or more of increased dividends. Hey, your residents, we're talking about 50-cent profit per year. That's correct. Yeah. All right, I'm almost done. Uh-oh. Where were we? Right, we're done MCD. Okay. CB. What the heck is CB? CB. Chubb. Oh, it's a monthly. Sorry, Mom. Say monthly 263 to 265 is going for 235. That's not 1%. But what's worse than that is I would have to carry that less than 1% for 4 weeks. So less than 1%, 12 times a year, because it's a monthly, there's only 12 months in a year. That's only 12% per year. Okay, so if you had a choice between a company that's increased its dividend for 20 consecutive years that pays 1% per week, or a company that pays 20%, that has 20 years of increased dividends that pays only 12% per year, I'd go for the 50% per year each time. Let's keep going. What do we got? CB is a monthly, you're right. What books do you recommend for beginners? Ooh, The Wall Street Money Machine by Wade Cook. Microsoft, like Microsoft. I'm not looking at anything else tonight because we're already past 11:30. That's probably a fake Power Publish. Yeah, that's probably why he's not coming to he says, invite Power to Publish to live. I have no problem whatsoever inviting that guy here. That's correct, European options. Oracle, ooh, I like Oracle. FBU is a ticker symbol, no hidden meaning, I promise. Okay, FUTU, you know what, sign back in tomorrow night. We're going to be back here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. to 11:30. So you check dividends to make the option trade. Yep. Okay, you don't look at the stocks that are over 250 bucks. No. Reminiscent of Stock Operator. Great book. Yeah, okay. Can you please repeat the list again? Okay, Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, Warren Buffett's list. Okay, FUTU is a monthly. That's going to be a no. It's past 11:30. You guys have a great night. I am out of here, and we'll see you again tomorrow. For those of you like to see you in the morning, I'll see you in the morning. Bye to Instagram. Bye to Facebook. Bye to TikTok. And bye to YouTube. Thanks for everything. Have a great night. You too. That thing's overheating. This thing's there. Okay, so for you guys down here on YouTube, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, take you along for the ride for that safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. Have a great night, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.